Hello, hello. Today we will talk about email marketing and how it's going to help you make your audience much more active than they would be without it. Today you will learn the power of using email marketing and why it's essential if you want to maximize your income and the impact you create. How to create basic automations and understand the different types of emails even if you don't have any experience. If you think nobody reads emails anymore, just wait. You'll change your mind. Let's talk about why having an email list is so powerful. First off, it gives you direct access to your audience. You don't have to worry about social media algorithms changing and your content not getting seen. When you have an email list, you can reach your audience whenever you want, right in their inbox. If you're only posting on YouTube, you're basically relying on the platform's algorithm to decide who sees your content. Algorithms change, sometimes unpredictably, and you can't control whether your video gets promoted or buried. But with an email list, you can send your message directly to the inbox of people who actually want to hear from you. No middlemen. For example, let's say your YouTube gets banned or your channel gets demonetized. You've spent all that time creating great content, but if you haven't built an email list, all that effort led to nothing. But if you've been collecting emails along the way, you still have a way to communicate with your followers. You can let them know about new content, upcoming launches, or anything. You control your reach. The real power of having an email list comes in, for example, when you're launching something new. If you're dropping a new product, instead of sending it to everyone, you can send it to the most engaged part of your audience first. This way, you're testing it with the people who already trust you and are most likely to respond. By doing this, you can generate some buzz, get real feedback, and make any necessary tweaks before going full scale. When you think about it, email is one of the best ways to stay connected with people. It's personal, direct, and you have control over when and how often you reach out. You're not depending on an algorithm to decide if your message gets seen. Your email lands straight in their inbox. So, let's say you're launching a new product or announcing something important. You can send an email directly to your audience. They'll already be familiar with you, and they'll be more likely to pay attention to what you're offering. One of the most powerful things you can do with email marketing is create a selling sequence. This is basically a series of emails that lead up to a big launch or offer. For example, let's say you're about to drop a new product. Instead of just sending one email about it, you spread it out over a few days. You might start with a problem that your audience can relate to, something they struggle with. By the end of the sequence, your audience is hyped and hooked, and they're ready to take action. More on this later in the video. Now, segmentation. It is one of the easiest ways to make sure your emails are hitting the right audience. Instead of sending the same message to your whole list, you break it down into smaller groups based on things like interests, actions, or how much they engage with your content. So, let's say you have people on your list who are at different stages. Maybe some are just starting out, while others are more experienced. By segmenting your list, you can send different emails that match where they're at. Again, this is something you can't do on social media. So how do you start with all this? So on day one, after someone joins your list, they get a simple welcome email. This isn't a sales pitch, it's just you saying, "Hey, thanks for joining," and giving them a quick overview of what to expect. You're building a foundation of trust right from the start. No selling, just a friendly introduction. Then, over the next few days, you send a few more emails. Share some stories about your own journey or challenges you've faced. Maybe talk about a time when you struggled with something they're probably dealing with too. And you can also provide value by sharing tips that they can apply immediately. By the time you reach day 5, after you've given them some real value and they've had a chance to connect with you, that's when you can pitch your offer. Then you start sending regular emails, and here comes the value to sell balance. If you want to make as much money as possible, you can provide 3 times as much value as selling. On the other hand, if you want to maximize long-term success, you should provide as much value as possible. For example, you can send value-only emails multiple times a week without any selling, focusing on being useful by sharing tips, stories, or anything your audience will find valuable. At the same time, different audiences will appreciate different types of value. For instance, your newsletter might consist mainly of story emails, while someone else may focus primarily on teaching through their emails. It's up to you. The easiest way to do this is with something called a lead magnet. This is simply a free item you offer in exchange for someone's email address. Essentially, whenever someone is giving something away for free in return for your email address, it's a lead magnet. It could be anything valuable, a short PDF guide, a checklist, a simple video, or even a list of tools or tips. As long as it helps with a specific problem or provides some kind of value, it works. That's where you come in with paid offer. You're offering your coaching or a more advanced program that solves the next set of problems they'll face. So even though they've got value from your lead magnet, they're still going to need more guidance, and that's exactly where your paid offer comes. Let's recap. With an email list, you control when and how you reach your audience. No middleman. If your YouTube channel gets banned, your email list allows you to stay in touch with your followers. Email has many powerful use cases such as for launches, selling, and building hype. Segment your list by interests or engagement to send targeted emails, something social media can't do. Start with a welcome email, build trust by providing value, and then pitch your offers. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, chances are you will enjoy what I included in the first link in the description.